Right. So guys, in this video, we're going to discuss a bit of a detail about PyMongo. What is PyMongo? It is a library that is going to help us in achieving the MongoDB related activity using Python. So first thing, what you have to make sure that, first thing we need to make sure is that, we do have this library exists. So when you run, let me run this specific code. It doesn't throw error, right? It doesn't throw any error. That's the first indication that yes, I do have a MongoDB in my library as part of my library. What is the next thing? I have to connect to that MongoDB. You know that, right? It is similar to that of what we see with the SQL is that, it runs on the local host with a specific, port number. And this is the common, specific, port that usually MongoDB get themselves connected. So localhost in this specific, this is the basically the ideal Mongo that gets connected ideally. Okay. So what is very next thing after connection? I need to create some databases. That's a very first and foremost task, right? Because database is what the primary task to or the primary action to execute the further process. So let me comment this one out. If I run, look at that. DB should have been created. So let me create or let me just check that by printing this my client dot list underscore database underscore names. When I run, look at that. I can see all the 4 databases, including the test which I created, but not the networks which I created at line number 5. Why? Because this is how usually the database works in MongoDB. So unless until you put some data onto the collection, right, you cannot see the data. I mean, you cannot see the list of that specific database, or you cannot see the database name only. So what you need to do is that you need to make sure that you enter or you just give some data into it. Data in the sense, we know it, how to do the data. Data should be inserted in the form of document, which should be in the form of dictionary in the name of collection. So let me first create a collection. So my col is equal to, this is just a variable. So using the my database, we are creating a collection. So what is important thing after creating a collection? Just see whether the collection name is getting displayed here. It doesn't. It doesn't. Why? Because same thing. You created a collection but doesn't have any data to it. So what you can do? Create a data. So data will be created in the form of dictionary. So I have one specific data in the name of dictionary, which contains a 2 key, which is nothing but an instrument technology, and it has a corresponding data. So now I'm going to do the insert of one. Since I'm inserting only one data, I'm just using this function called insert underscore one. If I use lot of data, right, I can use insert underscore many. Okay. So in using my collection, I'm inserting a data, or basically I'm trying to insert this data into my collection. So what you can do after executing this specific thread, what you can do after executing this thread, check the collection. Look at that. The customer is displayed. Now what happened? The customer got created. So what you can do after some time, this is I'm just putting unstructured way of writing a MongoDB. What you can do? You can put classes, functions, so on so, and you can check it properly. So now next thing is that I'm just connecting the database and then I'm checking out the list. Now you can see the networks that I've created is getting displayed. So what is very primary thing that needs to be taken care is that yes, if you have your DB to be displayed as a part of the databases, you need to create one collection, and collection should at least have one key, in the sense one specific data into it. So this is how the MongoDB executing. There is nothing that whatever the command that you execute as a part of the specific shell command, the same thing you can execute here. Okay, same command, insert many, delete one, delete many. Okay, find one, find many, something like that. Yeah, and whatever, even with respect to index creation, the concept is same. Only thing that you're going to do additionally is that connect to this particular library and connect your client. That's it. Then you can play with whatever it was after executing on the DB. So this is what important. My DB. If you want to take networks DB, you can try that by putting a USDB and then you can start executing the stuff onto it. Okay. So that's it, guys. So we'll see some other video. Thank you.